Rev it up and welcome to Cars Yeah, show number 2542. Be prepared to be inspired.
This is Cars Yeah, where you'll enjoy interviews with inspiring automotive enthusiasts. I'm founder Mark Green, and I've handed the keys to this car over to Ginger Baker Rust, who's a lifelong enthusiast. Ginger's here to provide you with a fuel injection of automotive inspiration. So get in, sit down, and buckle up and get ready for a fun ride here on Cars Yeah.
Hello, inspiring automotive enthusiasts, and welcome to Cars Yeah. Today, we are coming to you from the beautiful city of Clarksville, Maryland, with an extraordinary young racer whose name is Abby Froehlich. Hello, Abby, and welcome to Cars Yeah. Do you have it in gear, and are you ready to release the clutch?
Yep, let's go.
All right, let's do this. Please share something about yourself that most people may not know.
Before I started racing cars, I was a champion horseback rider in barrel racing.
Really? Champion in which level and where? And tell us a little bit more about that.
I was in there's no different levels. It's just kind of everyone in barrel racing. And I was 6, 7, and 8 when I started with my horse, Annie, who was originally a therapy horse for me. But then she was a retired barrel racer, and I thought one day, let me try my hand at it. And I went, and I got reserve champion in the state.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, when you say it was your therapy horse, tell us a little bit about that.
When I was younger, I still do. I have severe ADHD, and I'm extremely shy. So the therapy horse was to try and kind of open me up to people and get me used to just doing something that just kind of took my mind off everything else that was happening.
Overcoming those things and coming on a show like this has to be a little bit nervous for you.
Definitely is, but I'm going to make it through it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, Abby, let me tell a little bit of people more about you. Abby is a 17-year-old SCCA Pro Formula racer from Maryland who owns her own race team known as Passenger Princess Racing, who is preparing to move up the ladder to Formula 1600 and the F4 Series. She doesn't come from the typical racing lineage or from a wealthy family. Abby has paved her own way, coming from a single-parent household and hustling to support her racing career while overcoming some exceptional challenges. Abby transitioned to CKNA competition senior light levels at the LO206 and KA100 karts within her first year and just tested in her first open wheel car in mid-2024. She wants to prove that with unwavering focus, commitment, and perseverance, anyone can compete and win in the fast-paced world of motorsports. Abby, let's go a little deeper into the corner and share with us more about your journey into the motorsports world. How did all this get started?
This all started in late 2022, early 2023. I went to my local karting track, an outdoor karting track, and I did a rental session, and I absolutely fell in love with it. By the next week, I had bought my first kart, and from there, I started racing only at the local track, but then I did CKNA regional, and I was going to West Virginia, New York, New Jersey a lot. Mm-hmm. And then from there, I went to Lucas Oil Racing School to get my license by the SCCA.
Wow.
And then following me, immediately getting my license, the few days later, I was reached out to by Cahill Motorsports to test in their F1600. And that's where I currently am today, racing in the FRP 2025 series.
Wow. So how did they know about you? I mean, how did they find out about you? Because it's quite interesting when a race team reaches out to you, because that's almost unheard of these days.
I have no idea. I just got DM one day on my racing Instagram page, and it was from them. And they were like, hey, we saw you recently graduated from Lucas Oil and have your license. And they were wondering what I was going to do with my next steps, if I was going to stay with Lucas and run their series, or if I was going to try and run a different one. Mm-hmm. So I went and I tried it out. You know, it was good. I did well according to them. And then they went and they're like, hey, we'd love to sign you for 2025. And that's kind of how it all happened.
Wow, that is a great story. Again, because those things in today's racing world just doesn't happen. For somebody to see you on an Instagram post and then research you and you give you a tryout like that, it's just almost unheard of.
And I've actually had two other teams reach out to me in the JSF4 series and the USF Juniors, Pole Position and Champagne Racing, who want to sign me for the Formula 4 series.
Wow. So for people that are unfamiliar, talk a little bit about the SCCA in the Formula series and explain a little bit more about what this is.
Formula 1600 is kind of the baby steps of any formula. It doesn't have rear wings or front wing, and it only goes about 130, 140 miles an hour.
Only.
It's an H pattern shifter, so it's a manual shifting, which is a pain to learn.
Especially for your generation.
Yeah. So it's like the next step up from karts. Everyone recommends to go to F1600 straight out of karts because it gets you, it's not too fast, but it gets you into okay, this is a real race car on a real track that you're going 140, 150 miles an hour.
Yeah. So this is a typical ladder system to try to want to go up to open wheel cars and eventually to series like IndyCar or Formula One, correct?
Correct. Yes. I don't dislike IndyCar, but it's not my forte. I know I probably won't get to Formula One because I do not have $1 billion to spare. But I do want to do Le Mans style racing and endurance racing with like Porsches and stuff.
Well, that's great. Abby, throughout your life, I know that there are people who were or who have been great inspirations to you. Would you share with us a key mentor who has helped you to be successful? And who's been the most influential person in your life?
My father is definitely the biggest supporter and mentor I have. I wouldn't be here without him because he handles all my marketing problems, finding sponsors, setting me up for track days, finding my team, financially supporting me as well. And he's taken me on a lot of sponsor meetings, a lot of business meetings that he does, just to give me the aspect of not even in racing, you need to know how to do a meeting, how to introduce yourself, how to coordinate with a business. And it just taught me a lot of lessons of just how to basically live in like a career.
Yeah. So what do you think has been the toughest part so far in learning the business of racing?
Definitely speaking to people and trying to like break the ice and not be so awkward or cold, I should say, and just go out there, give it your all and just tell your story. Don't try and like change it or sugarcoat it.
What have you learned about trying to get sponsorship and marketing partners?
It's very difficult because you're going to get a lot of no's before you get a yes. You kind of just have to branch out. You're going to get a lot of people who are going to say they want to help you, but then when it comes down to it, they're not going to help you.
Yeah.
You just have to make an actual relationship and an actual partnership, not just you give me money. It's more of I give you something, you give me something back.
Well, that brings us to a difficult challenge. Abby, please share with us a difficult challenge, failure, obstacle that you've faced, whether in your personal life or business. Tell us how you overcame that situation. What did you learn?
A big challenge for me was definitely financially, because I love racing, but my dad's a single parent and my mother and my grandmother don't really believe that racing is an actual career. They believe it's more of a sport or a hobby. So I just kind of blocked them out. And I'm like, I'm going to do my thing. You're welcome to continue and yell at me or try and guide me to what you want me to do. But I'm going to do racing because it's something I'm good at and it's something I love.
So what is it about racing that you feel kind of sets it apart from everything else that you could do in life?
I think it's just the thrill of it's just you and the car out there and like no one else is in your ear. You don't have to worry about school, work. It's just in that moment. It's just you and the car and that's all you got.
Well, I've always explained it to people when I get in the seat that it's the most peaceful feeling for me anywhere. What is it like for you?
It's kind of like, this is me. Like I feel happy and I feel like I'm at like 100% when I'm in the car. because I know everything that happens, it's what I'm doing, and it gives me control.
What do you feel is the most difficult about controlling a race car?
The fear. When you're going through a high-paced corner or trying to overtake someone, there's going to be that little voice in the back of your mind. It's going to be like, don't do it or don't do this. But you kind of just have to go for it.
Well, what do you say when people discourage you, especially being a woman in motorsports?
I just let them be. I don't pay them any mind. I'm just going to do my thing. If they have a problem with it, that's their own fault for not being accepting or not liking the challenge of what a woman can bring to motorsports.
And what do you see that you can bring to motorsports, for motorsports in general, and then for yourself?
Just another woman on track to further the progression of integrating more women into motorsports and being out there and inspiring like little kids to also be accepting, not just females, but also males. Like growing up, they're like, oh, it's normal to see a girl racing with me and not just a man.
Yeah. Please share with us what you'd so like to accomplish in this next chapter of your life.
I would love to get into the JSF Formula 4, because being an F16 driver is amazing, but there's always that bit of like, I could go here. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I want to be there. So my next chapter is to definitely try and get to Formula 4.
Well, tell us about a truly special vehicle in your life. Share a great memory or experience you had with that vehicle.
It is a Porsche 911 GT3 RS. And this is a car that I've been in love with since I was little. And when I was in New Jersey, my coach's friend had one and he let me sit in it. He drove me around in it, and I loved every second of being in that car.
So you haven't actually got to drive it yet?
No, because I don't think I'd let a 16-year-old drive my Porsche either.
Well, let's talk about car psychology. Here on Cars Yeah, we have a little game called Car Psychology. Getting into your head. If you were a car, what would you be? And more importantly, why? Now, this isn't what you want to be, but instead how you perceive yourself manifested as a vehicle.
I think as a car, I would like to be a 1967 Chevy Impala.
Really?
Because it was one of the first cars I saw on television and actually seen driving. And it was like, that's a powerhouse. Like, this is like an old car. It's not like one of those new flashy like Mustangs or Ferraris. It's an old car it's just kind of doing its thing. It's not being bothered by anyone.
Do you remember what show it was that you saw it in?
Supernatural.
That's great. All right, Abby. Well, I am writing a blank check for an ultimate drive with no limitations. And again, have fun with this question. If I could wave a magic wand and arrange for you to go on the ultimate drive, whom would it be with and what vehicle would you be in? I
would pick a Pagani, any Pagani out there. I'm not going to be picky. And I would definitely want to have Ayrton Senna with me.
Why Senna?
Because I'm half Brazilian, and my grandfather loved Ayrton Senna when he was growing up because he was around that time. And it's just kind of like he was such an influential force, and his driving was amazing. And it was so sad that he had to go the way he did, but he brought a lot of changes both in safety and in the next generation of racers.
What would you want to talk about with Senna?
Was there ever a moment that he felt afraid during a race? Because he always seemed like that calm, perfect kind of energy. But I wanted to know if he would ever actually feel scared. And another question would be, how was he so good with the car? Like in Monaco, when he did that perfect lap, it's like, how did he understand the car better than anyone else on the track did?
That is a great question. That's absolutely amazing. I love that. What are some of the ways that you've helped others or given back? Now, this could be in your life or even in motorsports or in a career field. In
my life, I've given back a lot to my one of my best friends, Innie. I've known him since I was in elementary school, and he's always been my rock. He's always been supporting me. And recently, when he needed a new computer, I actually bought him a new computer and I gifted it to him for his birthday. And now that I'm getting ready to sell my car, I'm going to sell my car to him for a much lesser price because I know he needs it for his college classes.
Oh, that is amazing. I absolutely love you. Please share a great book you've read, an article, or something you have watched that you believe others could learn from. I have an idea maybe what you're going to say, but I'm not sure. We'll see.
Gran Turismo, the movie, because I saw that movie in theaters and it was just so inspiring how his coach took him back to where he crashed and made him finish the lap because he knew if he didn't go back, his career would be over. And it forced him to kind of understand, like, it happens, but you have to keep going or else all this happened for no reason.
Have you actually watched the documentary of Senna?
I started it, but I never got the chance to finish it. But it's an amazing documentary.
Oh, make sure you do. Make sure you finish it. It's absolutely great. Please give our listeners a final parting words of wisdom and advice about life or even business. Do you have a favorite quote or mantra that has meaning to you?
Yes, I do. It is from Mark Twain, and it is the two most important days in your life are the day you're born and the day you find out why.
Finally, tell us the best way that our listeners can learn more about you or your business. Do you have your social media contact, or what's the best way to reach out to you?
I have a website, social media, and LinkedIn. My Instagram is Abby Froehlich Racing, and my website is Passenger Princess Racing. My LinkedIn should be the same as the website, and the website has everything linked, so you can go there and find whatever you need.
Well, listeners, you can find links to everything we've talked about here today at carsyeah.com on the Abby Froehlich link on the notes page. Abby, thank you for being so generous with your time and sharing your experiences with our listeners.
Of course.
It's been a joy really to have you on the show, and I wish you nothing but success. And please feel free to reach out anytime. I absolutely am looking forward to watching you come up in the ranks.
Thank you. It was an amazing experience to be on this today.
Awesome. Well, on that note, until we talk again, I will see you down the road.
Thank you so much for joining us here today on Cars Yeah. Drive on over to carsyeah.com to find today's guest show notes and inspiring automotive fun. Download your free copy of Fill Her Up. It's an ebook filled with gorgeous photos of fuel filler fun, including quotes from our inspiring automotive enthusiasts. While you're on the website, sign up for weekly blogs and a whole lot more. Download your copy today, and Ginger will see you next time here on Cars Yeah.